We live in a world obsessed with motivation. Every reel, every quote, every speech screams, "Stay inspired, stay hungry, stay driven." But what if motivation isn't the fuel that starts your journey, but the reward that comes after you begin? Most people aren't failing because they lack goals. They're failing because they're waiting to feel ready, waiting for motivation that never comes. And while they wait, their dreams fade quietly. This is the no motivation trap, and it's destroying more potential than failure ever will. The fall. It starts small. One skipped task, one lazy morning, one "I'll do it tomorrow." You don't notice the fall until you've already stopped moving. What used to excite you now feels heavy. You open your laptop, stare at the screen, and scroll instead. You tell yourself you're just tired, that you'll try again when the energy returns. But the truth is, it's not tiredness, it's disconnection. Somewhere along the line, you stopped doing things because they mattered and started waiting to feel something before you act. The modern world feeds that. Dopamine everywhere. Short videos, quick laughs, endless distraction. Instant gratification replaces real satisfaction. And the longer you live like this, the harder it becomes to focus on anything that doesn't give a quick reward. The fire doesn't die suddenly. It fades slowly, one distraction at a time. The trap. The trap isn't about laziness. It's about misunderstanding motivation itself. We've been taught to believe we must feel inspired before we take action. But that's backward. Action doesn't follow motivation. Motivation follows action. When you act, your brain rewards you with dopamine. When you wait, it doesn't. But today, our brains are hijacked. Every app, every notification, every like gives instant pleasure with zero effort. You no longer chase growth, you chase stimulation. Real work, slow, silent, meaningful, can't compete with the dopamine flood. So you delay. Then perfectionism walks in. It tells you you're not ready yet. You say, "I'll start when I have a better plan. I'll launch when it's perfect." But perfection is a lie. It's fear wearing a pretty mask. The fear of failure disguised as preparation. You wait for the right mood, the right tools, the right time, and waiting becomes your new identity. Then comes avoidance. You call it rest, but it's not rest, it's escape. You rest not to recover, but to avoid discomfort. Your brain learns that avoidance feels good, so it keeps repeating it. Relief becomes your addiction, and slowly, your comfort zone turns into a cage. You know what you need to do, but you can't bring yourself to do it. That's the no motivation trap, where inaction kills progress and lack of progress kills motivation. The awakening. But one day, something breaks. Maybe it's the guilt of wasted time. Maybe it's the moment you look at your life and realize nothing's moving. And that's when it hits you. Motivation isn't coming. No one's bringing it to your door. You have to build it through motion. The moment you take the smallest step, write one line, clean one corner, do one push-up, your brain responds. It says, "Oh, we're doing this now." It releases dopamine, not for escape, but for progress. That one act becomes momentum. You don't wait for inspiration, you create it. You realize motivation isn't a feeling, it's a reflection of movement. And once you start, something inside you wakes up. The fog lifts, focus returns. You feel alive again, not because of energy, but because of purpose. You've learned the oldest truth of growth. Move first. Feel later. The rebuild. The rebuild begins with small steps done consistently. You stop chasing motivation and start building systems. Simple routines that carry you even when your mood doesn't. You wake up and do the work, not because you're inspired, but because it's who you are now. You reduce friction, keep your phone away, organize your space, protect your time. You start rewarding yourself for finishing, not avoiding. Every small win, a task done, a message sent, a workout finished, gives you real dopamine, the kind that strengthens you. You stop demanding perfection. Done becomes your new perfect, because progress is always better than waiting for flawless. You learn to rest with intention, not avoidance, to recharge, not escape. You stop living in cycles of guilt and start living in cycles of growth. You understand now. Motivation is a wave. Action is the shore. If you keep waiting for the wave, you'll drown in still water. But if you start walking, the tide will follow you. So stop waiting for the perfect time. Stop waiting to feel ready. Take one small action. Today, now, and watch how it multiplies. Because motivation was never the key. Movement was. Start moving, and motivation will follow.